In a quaint town nestled between rolling hills, young Matteo worked tirelessly in his modest garage, a space filled with the scents of oil, grease, and ambition. With nimble fingers and an eye for detail, he had earned a reputation as the go-to mechanic for anyone in need of automotive assistance. His passion for cars stemmed from childhood dreams. He spent countless hours helping his father fix up old vehicles, transforming them into reliable machines. Those early experiences forged not only his skills but also a deep appreciation for the stories each car carried. Despite his talent, Matteo's life was far from glamorous. He lived simply, often stretching his earnings to help his family make ends meet. Friends and neighbors would come to him, bringing their broken-down vehicles and sharing tales of Filipino's hardships. Matteo never turned anyone away. He believed that every person deserved help, especially those struggling to get by. It was this unwavering kindness that defined Matteo, a humble mechanic driven by a desire to make a difference in his community, unaware that his next act of generosity would catch the attention of someone quite extraordinary. Across town, elderly Mr. Castillo shuffled through the sun-drenched streets, burdened not only by age but also by the weight of financial hardship. Once a vibrant community leader, he now found himself struggling to make ends meet after losing his job at the local factory. His modest pension barely covered his rent and daily expenses, leaving little for anything else. The cruel twist of fate came when his old car, a trusty companion that had seen better days, broke down just as he needed it most. With no savings to spare for repairs, Mr. Castillo faced a dilemma. The vehicle was essential for him to reach the few odd jobs he could still manage, and without it, he felt trapped in his small apartment. On this particular afternoon, as he contemplated his situation outside his home, he noticed Matteo's garage across the street. Hope flickered within him. Perhaps this young mechanic could lend a hand. With a deep breath and hesitance weighing on his heart, Mr. Castillo decided to approach the garage, unaware that this simple act would lead to an unexpected encounter that might change both their lives forever. As Mr. Castillo approached Matteo's workshop, the sound of clinking tools and the faint aroma of motor oil welcomed him. He took a moment to stand outside, hesitating as anxiety coursed through him. But when he caught sight of the young mechanic diligently working under the hood of a car, a flicker of hope ignited within him. Matteo's concentration was palpable, his brow furrowed and hands deftly maneuvering among belts and wires. When their eyes met, Matteo wiped his hands on a rag and offered a warm smile, instantly putting Mr. Castillo at ease. The elderly man felt an unexpected surge of confidence as he stepped closer. "Excuse me," he began, his voice shaky yet determined. He explained his situation the broken-down car that had been his lifeline hoping for understanding rather than judgment. Matteo listened intently, nodding with empathy as Mr. Castillo detailed his struggles. Without hesitation, the young mechanic assured him that he would take a look at the vehicle. In that moment, something profound connected them. It was not just a mechanical repair at stake but an opportunity to uplift one another in challenging times, an encounter destined to change both their lives forever. Matteo gestured for Mr. Castillo to follow him to the car, his demeanor radiating warmth and assurance. As they approached the vehicle, Matteo knelt down to inspect the engine with a furrowed brow, his mind racing through possible diagnoses. He gently encouraged Mr. Castillo to share more about the car's recent behavior, asking questions that revealed the depth of his concern. With every detail Mr. Castillo provided, Matteo could feel the weight of the elderly man's worries. Instead of rushing through the repairs or quoting a price up front, he took his time, meticulously checking each component and explaining what he was doing along the way. Sometimes he said with a reassuring smile, it helps to understand what is going on under the hood. After some investigation, Matteo discovered that a simple electrical issue was causing all the trouble, a problem he believed he could fix quickly. He looked up at Mr. Castillo, whose anxious expression began to lighten. €1 I want €1 to charge you for this €1 Matteo declared firmly. €1 elita €s get your car running again. €1 in that moment, kindness and compassion overrode any thoughts of profit, solidifying their connection as two individuals navigating their own struggles together. Unbeknownst to Matteo and Mr. Castillo, a few yards away, an undercover CEO named Tom Sullivan leaned against a weathered wall, observing the interactions unfold. Disguised in casual attire, he had come to this small town on an incognito mission to step away from the corporate world and learn more about the values driving local businesses. His interest piqued upon witnessing Matteo's genuine kindness and the connection forming with the elderly man. Tomoeuro's keen eye caught every detail from Matteo's focused determination as he inspected the engine to the way he listened to Mr. Castillo's heartfelt concerns. This wasn't merely an automotive repair, it was a touching display of humanity that resonated deeply with Tom. As someone who had climbed the corporate ladder, he often found himself navigating cutthroat dealings where compassion felt like a rare commodity. The warmth of the encounter stirred something within Tom. He remembered his own struggles in life when small acts of kindness made all the difference. Inspired, he began to contemplate how he could invest in individuals like Matteo, harnessing such ethical principles in business to foster community and growth. A plan began to form in his mind as he silently watched, knowing this moment was just the beginning of an extraordinary journey. As Matteo inspected the engine further, he realized that the components needed for a thorough repair were not readily available. However, rather than turning Mr. Castillo away or suggesting expensive replacements, he rummaged through his cluttered workshop filled with spare parts and tools gathered over the years. Each item held its own story of past repairs and vehicles saved, a testament to Matteo's resourcefulness. With a determined look, he began gathering what he needed: an old wiring harness, some connectors, and a few tools that had seen better days. The mechanic's heart swelled with purpose. This was more than just fixing a car for Hima, it was about restoring hope for Mr. Castillo, who depended on that vehicle to regain his footing in life. Matteo could have easily charged for the labor and parts, but his commitment to helping others outweighed any thoughts of profit. As he worked diligently under the hood, Matteo explained each step to Mr. Castillo, fostering trust while demonstrating his skills. The atmosphere was filled with camaraderie as the two men bonded over shared stories and laughter, creating a moment that transcended their individual hardships, one marked by kindness and mutual respect. As Matteo worked diligently on the car, he seized the opportunity to learn more about Mr. Castillo's life. "So, how long have you had this old beauty?" he asked, wiping his brow with the back of his hand. The elderly man chuckled softly, his lines of worry momentarily easing. "She's been with me for over a decade now. We've had our fair share of adventures," he replied, his eyes glimmering with nostalgia. The conversation flowed easily, a gentle exchange that revealed the layers of their lives. Mr. Castillo spoke fondly of the days when he'd drive to picnics with friends and family, sharing tales of laughter and joy that echoed through time. In turn, Matteo shared his own dreams about becoming a respected mechanic known for his skill and integrity, just like his father had been before him. They talked about their struggles, Mr. Castillo's challenging transition to retirement and Matteo's financial burdens as he supported his family. Each story brought them closer together as they recognized the shared weight of resilience in facing life's hurdles. At that moment, in the warmth of Matteo's workshop amidst laughter and respect, two seemingly different worlds began to intertwine, forming an unbreakable bond through mutual understanding and support. Just as Matteo felt the repair was going smoothly, he encountered an unexpected setback. While attempting to connect a crucial wire to the electrical system, he discovered that the spare harness he'd chosen was frayed and unusable. A wave of frustration washed over him. He had hoped this simple job would restore Mr. Castillo's confidence and mobility. Instead of giving in to disappointment, Mateo took a deep breath and began searching through his workshop again. He rummaged through drawers filled with old connectors, tools, and assorted parts that seemed like they'd never be useful again. Time was ticking, and Mr. Castillo watched, uncertainty etched on his face. After several attempts to find a replacement, Mateo unearthed a slightly older wiring harness tucked away in a corner that could potentially work if modified. With renewed determination, he quickly devised a plan to adapt it for the repair, showcasing his problem-solving skills in real time. As he worked meticulously to fit the new harness into place, explaining each step to Mr. Castillo, the mechanic's perseverance became evident. Their shared laughter returned, transforming the moment of adversity into one of triumph as Mateo finally secured the connections. The warmth of their budding friendship shone brightly as hope flickered back into Mr. Castillo's eyes. With the final adjustments made, Mateo stepped back and wiped the sweat off his brow, a sense of anticipation swirling in the air. He turned the key in the ignition, holding his breath as the engine sputtered to life. The sound was music to both their ears, a reassuring roar signaling that the car was indeed operational again. Mr. Castillo's face lit up with a mix of disbelief and joy as he heard the familiar hum of his beloved vehicle. Mateo couldn't help but grin, feeling a wave of satisfaction wash over him. This wasn't just about fixing a car, it was about restoring hope and dignity to a man who had faced so many challenges. It's running perfectly, he exclaimed, his heart swelling with pride. Mr. Castillo chuckled, his eyes glistening with gratitude as he responded, ve done more than just repair my car, ve lifted my spirits. The two shared a moment of triumph, encapsulated by laughter and mutual respect. With a firm handshake and warm smiles exchanged, they both understood that this experience had forged a bond beyond mechanic and client. It was a testament to human connection. As Tom Sullivan watched from afar, he realized he had witnessed something truly special, an act of kindness that could ripple through the community in unexpected ways. As the excitement of the successful repair settled, Mr. Castillo turned to Mateo, his voice trembling with emotion. Thank you enough, young man, he said, his eyes glistening with gratitude. V not only fixed my car but have restored my faith in people. In times like these, it's easy to feel forgotten and alone. Mateo, touched by the elderly man's sincerity, smiled warmly. All face tough times. It's just a part of life, he replied, feeling a rush of pride in their shared journey. But helping each other is what truly matters. Mr. Castillo then shared stories of how he had once been able to lend a hand to others in his community before falling on hard times. Talking about those days ignited a spark within him and reminded Mateo of the importance of community support, the strength it provided during life's trials. In that moment, their conversation transcended mere pleasantries. It transformed into a heartfelt exchange that encapsulated the spirit of compassion. With renewed hope and determination glowing in their hearts, they recognized that kindness could ripple through their lives and beyond, a lesson that would resonate long after they parted ways. Tom Sullivan watched closely, realizing he was witnessing the profound impact of such human connections firsthand. As Tom Sullivan watched the exchange between Mateo and Mr. Castillo, he couldn't help but reflect on the values that define true leadership. The genuine kindness Mateo displayed, coupled with his unwavering work ethic, struck a chord with him. Here was a young man focused not on profit but on the well-being of others, a stark contrast to the cutthroat nature of corporate culture Tom often navigated. The sincerity displayed in Mateo's willingness to help without expecting anything in return resonated deeply within Tom. It ignited a realization of how rare such qualities were in business today and how valuable they could be if embraced by leaders. He pondered the impact of fostering compassion and community support within organizations, recognizing that workplaces infused with kindness could lead to greater loyalty, creativity, and overall success. With each passing moment, Tom felt inspired by the Mechanicaeuro's spirit to consider new approaches for his own Compagnieuro, ways to nurture an environment where employees could thrive not just as workers but as individuals committed to making a difference. As he absorbed this experience, he began to envision a future where business decisions were guided by empathy and ethical values, igniting a transformative wave that could extend far beyond the garage where he stood. A few days later, after reflecting on the encounter, Tom Sullivan returned to Matteo's workshop, this time shedding his undercover persona. He approached Matteo, who was busy tuning up another vehicle, and introduced himself as the CEO of a successful automotive company. The mechanic looked up, surprised and somewhat apprehensive about the unexpected visit. Tom wasted no time. I witnessed your kindness and dedication when you helped Mr. Castillo. He said earnestly. I believe you possess the qualities that can elevate not just a business but a community as well. As Matteo listened intently, Tom continued, I want to offer you a scholarship to attend a renowned automotive program, along with an internship at my company. Matteo's jaw dropped in disbelief. He felt a wave of emotions wash over him: joy, gratitude, and disbelief all rolled into one. Are you serious, he stammered. Tom nodded, his expression earnest. Your heart for people combined with your skills can inspire others. Good deeds do not go unnoticed, and I want to support your journey. The moment was transformative for both men. It highlighted the ripple effect of kindness and reinforced the power of recognizing potential in others. As they shook hands, it marked the beginning of a new chapter for Matteo, fueled by hope and opportunity. The journey of Matteo and Mr. Castillo beautifully illustrates the profound impact that compassion and integrity can have on individuals and communities. In a world often overshadowed by self-interest, their connection serves as a reminder that small acts of kindness can resonate deeply, leading to unexpected transformations in people's lives. Matteo's willingness to help Mr. Castillo without expecting anything in return not only restored hope to the elderly man but also inspired those around him, including Tom Sullivan. Through Tom's recognition of Matteo's character, a ripple effect is set in motion, one where values such as empathy and support become pillars for future business practices. This incident highlights how fostering a culture of kindness can lead to greater loyalty and innovation within any organization. Ultimately, their story emphasizes the importance of community support and the potential that lies in every individual when nurtured with care. As Matteo embarks on his new path filled with opportunities, it becomes clear that genuine connections rooted in compassion can illuminate the way forward, not just for one person, but for the broader society, inspiring others to extend their hands and hearts along the way. In this journey, they remind us all that kindness is indeed a powerful catalyst for change.